So whether you're still using your grandma's old hard drive, you've got a brand new SSD, or you're using the industry latest, all three have something in common. They are all storage devices for computers, and today we will be comparing all three of them. So our benchmarking software is going to be CrystalMark, and so at the beginning I already showed you pictures of all three of them, or rather videos, so you can see how they look from the outside comparison-wise. You saw that the hard drive was much bigger than the rest. The SSD was quite a bit smaller. That is the SATA SSD. And then, of course, you had your NVMe PCIe SSD, which was tiny and much faster, as we will see later. So, to get started, we're going to be testing our hard drive. 7200 Toshiba, and I'll pull up some of the specs here after we get our test started. And 1 gigabyte. So let's begin. So while that's running, let's take a look at some of the specs. 1 terabyte, 7200 RPM, 64 megabytes of cache, 3.5 inch, and of course, the P300 by Toshiba. So it is worth noting that I will be running the test on two computers. So this computer will be running the test for the SATA 3 SSD and the hard drive, which we're running right now, and the NVMe SSD will be on a separate Dell computer. That should not make a difference, however, because this computer supports SATA 3, the latest, so there is really no advantage in switching computers or vice versa. Also, just in case anyone's curious, even though it shouldn't affect the performance, the other computer is a Dell 5675 Inspiron, and this one is using the B250M Pro VD motherboard. And the results are in. So keep those numbers in your mind. And now, let's move on. Now we can use our actual SSD, which is going to be our SATA 3. It is at 49% capacity, which is significantly more than the hard drive was. However, that really should not impact performance a big amount at all, because we're only testing it on 1 gigabyte. So let's get started. And we are finished. So that SATA 3 SSD, I'll have links in the description below to the specific models for all three of the drives we use, because that can affect performance also, but not as significantly as changing the type of drive completely. So you can see numbers are quite a bit better than the hard drive. And don't worry if you don't remember the numbers for that, because at the end of this video, I will have a chart for comparison with all the numbers. And now for the most exciting one, the PCIe NVMe SSD. This one should be blazing fast. Of course, a huge difference. So now let's compile all our results and put it in a graph so you can see the difference.